What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. Now, before we get started with this week's very interesting episode of WWE's Biggest Issue, the road to 200 subs has now come to a close, and we are now 238 subs away from hitting 500 subs. And who knows? Maybe we might hit 500 subs. Excuse me. By the end of the year. Only time will tell. But as I have said in previous videos, if this channel does get to 500 subs, I will open up this Korean LOB booster box in its entirety on the channel that I got from my partners over at Collector Store. So be sure to check them out. Link and address will be in the description below. By checking them out, not only does it support them, it also supports the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. On the hopes to potentially pull a Blue Eyes White Dragon, a Dark Magician, a Red Eyes Black Dragon, a piece of Exodia, Monster Reborn, Pot of Greed. The possibilities are out there. However, if this channel gets to 1,000 subs, I will open up this first edition Toon Chaos box in its entirety on the channel that I also got from my partners over at Collector Store, on the hopes to potentially pull a collector's rare out of the set. But with that being said, if you guys want to see those boxes get opened, maybe you guys want more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue. Maybe you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, deck profiles, card discussions, WWE topic videos, or maybe, just maybe, you guys want some premium live event predictions and results. Well, if you guys want all that and more, my channel is the place to be. So if you guys are new to the channel, and I know that a lot of you guys are, because more than 85% of you guys are watching the content, but you guys are not even subscribed. And to top it all off, we got to get more women to watch the content as well. So if you guys are watching the content, you like the content, and you want more of the content, but you guys have not subscribed as of yet, then make sure you guys do indeed subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, smash that thumbs up button on this video, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all my social media. All my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And I want you guys to post in the comments below answering the question of the day, which basically is this week's episode. But the question of the day is this. What is your all-time favorite moment from Saturday night's main event? Let me know down in the comments below. And for this week's episode, it appears that the rumors are true. After well over a decade and a half, Saturday night's main event will be making its comeback to the world of television, and apparently it will be slated to be a part of NBC, which funny enough, you can actually watch on the USA Network app, which is actually pretty cool. But if you guys are curious about the event, it was actually produced executively, if you will, by the owner of NBC, or sort of like the owner of NBC, Dick Ebersol, and the show would run for about 90 minutes, an hour and a half. The last show that aired was August 2nd, 2008. And obviously that was the last time that Saturday Night's main event would appear. At least that was until April of 2022 when WWE brought it back. Brought it back for house shows, for live events, if you will, and that was pretty much it. And 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 according to WrestleVotes, they reported that WWE is set to announce a live primetime special on NBC sometime in the next couple of days, in which it could be, funny enough, it actually could be tonight on Raw, depending on when they decide to release that to the public. And there was a lot of speculation about this, and the last time that WWE had a primetime NBC special was obviously, as I mentioned, back in August of 2008, and that was it. After that, they stopped doing Saturday night's main event, and they did simply just main event, which airs only on Hulu, which I haven't gotten a chance to catch up on that, unfortunately, but it's all good. However, we know that Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer actually provided a follow up, and he wrote that WWE's deal to bring SmackDown back to USA included 4 prime time specials per year on NBC, which obviously meant Saturday night's main event. So I'm assuming. So let's think about this for a second, right? The idea of having 4 episodes of Saturday night's main event per year sounds pretty cool. It sounds good on paper, but it comes down to when exactly can we expect these events to take place. We could see one take place a week or two before the Royal Rumble, and then of course a week or two before WrestleMania weekend, a week or two before SummerSlam, and then of course potentially a week or 2, or maybe even 3 weeks, if you will, before Survivor Series, which is possible, but we don't really know for sure, unfortunately. And obviously you guys know that it ran from 1985 to 1992, I believe. And sorry, my bad. 1985 to 1991 was the initial run time, the run time difference, I guess, if you will. And then of course from 2006 to 2008 was when they brought it back, and they used the name for live events on Saturdays in recent years. And again, as I mentioned, SmackDown will be returning to the USA Network this coming Friday, and they actually signed a 5-year deal with NBC Universal, and will be holding, and indeed the rumors are true, supposedly, they will be holding 4 primetime specials on NBC per year throughout the next year. And of course, too, we have an official statement from WWE President Nick Khan, commenting on the official announcement. He said, quote, NBC Universal has been a tremendous partner of WWE for decades. We are excited to extend this long-standing relationship by bringing SmackDown to USA on Friday nights, and look forward to debuting multiple WWE special events annually on NBC. So it's gonna be interesting, because when you look at at some of the craziest moments from Saturday night's main event, some of the ones that I remember anyway, I remember Evander Holyfield actually worked a boxing match with Matt Hardy, but only ended up knocking out MVP and showing love and respect for obviously Matt Hardy. There was one that featured JBL and Stone Cold Steve Austin doing a beer drinking contest, which was funny. And then of course a very weird tag team match that featured champions versus challengers, as Randy Orton and Carlito actually did battle with at the time WWE champion John Cena, and at the time Intercontinental champion the late great Umaga, God rest his soul. And yeah, I never would have imagined Umaga and John Cena working together, in spite of the rivalry they had. I was fairly surprised. And then of course two, one of the most unique matches, if you will, where it was the Spirit Squad versus DX, in which if one team member lost, that team member would be locked in a shark cage, and it would have continued until all the members of one team were locked in the shark cage, which it was an okay match. I will say it was an okay match, but I will say though, looking back on some of those moments, I can pretty much guarantee you that if and when Saturday night's main event does come back, I can almost guarantee you that we're gonna be in for some even more crazier moments on NBC. And when it does happen, ooh, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be very, very interesting. However, again, we don't know exactly when WWE will be making the announcement. I'm assuming they're probably gonna make it either on tonight's episode of Raw or tomorrow night on NXT, or maybe even later this week on social media. But it'll be pretty interesting because WrestleVotes actually took to X and actually wrote on X, saying quote, WWE is set to announce a live primetime special on NBC in the next few days. While the location remains unknown, sources say tickets are set to go on sale next Friday, which obviously will be this Friday. We've heard some internal speculation about a Saturday night in December, and this will be WWE's first primetime NBC special since August 2nd, 2008. So I'm assuming, obviously we can pretty much assume that it will indeed be Saturday night's main event, or it could be something else. We're not really entirely sure. However, I will say that this is big news coming out of I gotta say, this is big news coming out of WWE, because looking back on what WWE has done over the this past year, just this past year alone, it's been absolutely wild. Multiple sellouts, multiple PLE sellouts, high grossing events, absolutely amazing. And I can pretty much guarantee you that with this, we're gonna be in for some hella crazy moments in WWE, which will obviously be added to WWE's history books. But I want to get your guys' opinion. Let me know down in the comments below your thoughts on the possible return of Saturday night's main event, and where do you think its first show should be located in? Let me know down in the comments below, and that'll do it for this week's episode of WWE's Biggest Issue. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue in the future, then make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all my social media. All my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.